Hello YouTube land, it's Debbie from the Canadian Crocheter. Today is Friday, November 3rd, 2023. Just got back from walking the dogs and that's why I look like this. I had a hat on. It is blustery out there, like it's windy and cold. Anyway, I have just some hats that I made, and the last time I said that I made some stuff, I shipped it off, and people were saying, you know, you should at least take pictures, and I thought, well, I got a couple of minutes. I'll just show you now. It'll be like a 5-minute video, in and out, and then you go on your merry way, I go on my merry way, and then I'll have to remember to try to insert in videos and whatnot. So let's talk about the hats I made. I think I made 4 hats, but before I do that, the last time I told you guys that when I cleaned out my craft room, I found a whole bunch of granny squares. Anyway, I found some, and then I make cat beds or pet cage crate bed covers. Not beds, but blankets. And so I found some more. I made another one. This one is using, I don't even know the yarn because it's been there for a while. I'm sure I showed these grannies before because I had a bunch of them. I'm assuming it was intended as a blanket. Didn't get to it, and so I just put it together. 6 of them. It's good enough for a little kitty cat, and it's soft. I want to say it's Karen Simply Soft. That's what it feels like. So, and they're really bold, bright colors. So made that. There you go. I'm gonna make a bunch of them, like as I find the granny squares, and when I'm stressed, I'll just put them together and have a bunch of pet blankets. Now, a little while ago, well, like 3 days ago, my mom said to me she wants a hat, and I was floored because my mom doesn't like anything knit or crochet. She doesn't like the feel of yarn. She is a silky kind of gal all the way. She likes satin and silk and cotton. So for her to ask me to make her a hat, I was floored. I'm like, absolutely. Dropped everything else I was doing. I'm gonna make her a hat. But I made her 4 hats. So I said, okay, great. What kind of hat do you want? She goes, just the same simple little beanie. And she's got a very small head. Okay, so I'm 5'2", she's shorter than me. So she's got about the same size head as I do. And she just says, I like purple and yellow, and preferably together. I'm like, okay. So I pulled out a bunch of purple and yellow, and I said, which ones do you want? And the first one she picked was, she goes, can you combine these 2 together? So this one is Red Heart with Love, and the color is, I don't know, lilac. And this one is Red Heart Super Saver, and the color is bright yellow. So she wanted that combined. So I made her a simple double crochet beanie with a little bit of ribbing, and it fits. See? That's what she wanted. So I couldn't leave it at that. So I made her that. This literally took me 2 days to make 4 hats. So I made that. Then the next one I used was these 2, and this one is Tent Sale Worsted. I think you guys have all seen when I've done videos in my craft room. I got a lot of this. This was all bought to make a big purple blanket for my daughter. Never happened, but I still have so much of the yarn. This one is Mulberry. I don't think you can get this anymore. And this one is Craft Smart Value Neon, and it's just neon yellow. This one I knitted, and so I found a little chart. Actually, the chart is bigger. It's got all kinds of other things, but I just took out this this part of the chart, and I just repeated it all the way around. It's knit, and it fits too. And this one she can use at night because I'm sure this neon yellow, and it looks green on the screen. I'm sure it probably glows in the dark. So I made that one. She's gonna love this. Then I went through my, I don't want to call them scraps, but really they're like half skeins or scraps. And I found this, and I can't remember. It's got to be Super Saver, but it's like the short color changes. Anyway, this one is a half double crochet beanie. simple, and then I just did single crochet in the back loop for the brim. So there we go. This one's slightly bigger, but it's heavier, so you know, this is good. But I love the way this turned out. So cute. Love that. And then lastly, I don't know if I mentioned before, I love thrifting. And I don't normally thrift yarn, only because a lot of times there's that, you know, that funky smell, and I don't want to have to worry about washing the yarn and whatever, right? But I thrifted this one ball, and I love this yarn print, and it's so funny. I find it so strange because it's from 2010. It's dated, and the original price was $3.99 American, but the thrifted price, I don't know if you guys can see that, was $5 Canadian. So I just went and looked, and the conversion for now, I think the I Love This Yarn print is going for $4.99, and the conversion would be like $6.50, $6.80, something like that, Canadian, plus shipping and duties and taxes and all that stuff. So to me, this was a bargain. Even though the $5 doesn't match the $3.99, that's, you know, conversion. Anyway, this one is called Songbird Stripe. Anyway, it's got purples and blues and greens. Anyway, I decided to cheat a little. I did this whole section on my Centro knitting machine, and then I took it off and decreased by hand. So I did the decreases by hand. This part is the scrap yarn that you start, I don't know what they call it, like the waste yarn that you start with so that you have nice clean edges. And I left it on because I was talking to her and or FaceTiming her, and I was showing her this is what I'm doing, and I said, now tell me what you want. Do you want ribbing? What kind of ribbing do you want? Like, what do you want? Because I had done this and I was gonna take this off and put ribbing. She goes, no, I like that. So I'm gonna show it to you. She wants that roll, and she loves burgundy, so she wants that roll. So this waist yarn is staying on, and it's her hat. It's gonna be part of her hat. So she likes it. So I'm like, okay, 4 hats, and look how cute this turned out. Really, really cute, right? And so I only used a very, very little amount of this. I wonder if I could get like 2 hats, possibly 3 hats out of this. I'm gonna crank them up and see, because I really like it, and it's got that stretch, so it's awesome. And I didn't have to knit all of this. So that's what I've been up to. Hopefully, if I try to make these videos shorter, I can come on a little more often. I'm working on quite a few projects. Anyway, I hope everyone is enjoying their November so far, and we will talk soon.